Hey everyone, it's me Ari Dosset, Rashid. I'm your anthropologist and sociologist. Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the channel, and don't forget, donate in the links below. I'm on my way to an anime convention, as you can see. I'm as Blade, as I often go. I often go as Brock from Pokemon or Blade. Both characters suit my looks also. But okay, we're not talking about anime conventions over here. Just explaining why I'm looking like this, for those who are new to the channel or for those who are asking. But anyway, society. If you're new to the channel, please watch my previous live streams and videos, because some of the things about to say here may sound shocking, but I've explained them in my previous uploads. Society is a narcissist. Society only cares about its own survival. Society are the grown folks out there coming together to escape collectively. If everyone escapes their way and is neglectful their way, nothing will work out. People will be frustrated all the time, and actually nobody wants to be in such a situation. So people do want things to work out, but everyone wants to escape also. That's the double-mindedness of fallen mankind. It's okay for them to be narcissistic and selfish, and then have excuses. When someone else does it, oh my God, now it's trouble. How can people like that be stable? They cannot. Now, fallen mankind can manage their fallen state, but can't get rid of their fallen state. That's only possible when you serve the Heavenly Father, because we're meant to serve the Heavenly Father anyway. Now, in this fallen state, you have this thing called society. Society is separate from community. Community is different from society. Look up the difference. Look, in society, you need to have some leverage to counter the public. Okay, let's say one day you're falsely accused, whether it's of theft, rape, or whatever. You're accused of a grievous crime. You may say, we have a legal system over here. Don't worry about it. I just cooperate with the police. Things will be fine. Everyone will know I'm innocent. Well, guess what? A lot of people thought that and ended up serving a prison sentence for a crime they did not commit. And even when it was proved they were innocent, there was a reluctance from the court system to admit that they made a mistake. First of all, they can't get back those years. They can't get back those relationships. They also cannot get back missed opportunities. If they were abused and aged in prison, that cannot be undone also. So, and then the question becomes, how come the police and the court system were so incompetent they locked up an innocent individual? So this is an embarrassment people don't want to deal with. And because they don't want to deal with it, they'll come with excuses. Either to deny that you're innocent, or to leave you behind, there in prison, or they will release you, but everyone will kind of ghost you, don't want to talk about you. Look, you cannot change how people think. And you can't change how people think about you. There's not something you can do. What you can do is do something about external outwork of how they think. People may think you're a piece of shit, that you're not important. But guess what? If you walk down the street and you're in their way and they just run you over with a car, guess what? They'll be arrested by the police to go to prison. So because they know the prospect of this, they will not run you over. Or when people think, oh, he's a piece of shit, we can do whatever we want. But guess what? You have friends who are connected to the banking system. Your friends at the banking system can use their influence to make life hard on those who treat you wrong. Or, if you're part of a gang, the gang members will go after those people. Let's say you're part of a religious cult or a sect. The cult, with its financial leverage, can also have influence. And the cult can now become the enemy of those people. What I'm saying is, in daily life, in the world, what we call the world, what we call society, the Bible calls the world, they're out there in the world. If you have no leverage against the public, you're screwed. Simple as that. You're screwed if you have no leverage against the public. That's why people join gangs. That's why people join cults. Of course, there are the psychological factors that play a role in it. I've explained all of those before. I'm an anthropologist, by the way, and a sociologist, so you know. So I cover those things. But just understand, those groups people join, whether gangs or cults or whatever, or movements, is there to have a leverage in life. If one individual doesn't like you and thinks low of you, so what? Unless the individual is your employer, now you have an issue, or that individual may be a local gang member, then you have an issue. Depends on what function one has. But if a whole group doesn't like you, because that's what often happens in the world. When there's a negative focus, people tend to join the negative focus to prevent themselves becoming the negative focus. So if one individual comes to Kevin, another individual will likely join that individual because nobody wants to be the target. So eventually you have a whole group of people without any good reason, they all have excuses, hating and disliking Kevin. And as a result, now they are in a pact together, a demonic pact. They triggered negativity in the spirit world against you. How are they going to justify this? They cannot. So now they're going to try to look for some faults with you to justify the wrong they're doing, as if they have a right to do that. And the moment it backfires, now they want to get rid of you. And because it's a group against you, nobody wants to go against the whole group, because that will end up in bloodshed or other types of violence. So likely even the authorities, those means the police, the court, all those people, despite the loss of the land, they will side with the public. Because if you go against the public, they'll have riots, they'll have brawls, other stuff they don't want to deal with. Because remember, those judges, lawyers, police officers, jury members are just people that have to go home to their families and to the neighbors also. So, if you, for example Kevin, one individual points a finger at him, second, third, and before you know it, you have a whole group pointing a finger at him, guess what? Kevin is a vulnerable creature like all other human beings, but his other human beings now formed a force against him, and he can end up going to prison. He can end up being a victim of a smear campaign, losing his job, become homeless. He can be blacklisted. He can even be killed, because think about it. If a lot of people murmur, complain about you, they generate a negative atmosphere. In that negative atmosphere, low-life people like psychopaths think, hey, I'm empowered over here. And they may act out against you. So let's say people murmuring about you over and over again. None of them actually physically attack you, but keep murmuring about you. They're creating an atmosphere in which someone will try to do something towards you, or you face accidents, so you can malfunction. So it's labeled murder, but it's murder nevertheless. You need to have something to either embarrass, shame, humiliate, or shut down the public altogether. Whether it is that you have a medical record that shows that you're mentally ill and now people look stupid for going against a mentally ill individual, or it is that you are part of a gang and people thinking, oh no, what, if we do shit against this guy, we have problems with the gang, we have problems in the neighborhood. Or maybe it is that you're a warlock or a witch and you use spells on people and people think, oh no, we don't want to deal with that. Or you have to be a member of culture, you need to have some leverage against the public. For you to totally trust the public, that they will do the right thing, they'll do what's best, because they're good people, all of that, I'm sorry, you're out of your mind. History has shown there are good human beings in our species, absolutely. There are quality human beings out there. There are a lot of them out there. But they're not the majority. And even a lot of the good quality human beings are compromised by the toxic human beings around them. So let me start about the Second World War and what happened before. Let me start about Napoleon era. Let me start about the transatlantic slave trades. Don't get me started about all the atrocities that happen in human history. The public is all about being left alone, unbothered, and at ease. Even though this attitude is unnatural because life requires you to be participating and active, people want to escape, so they want to do the bare minimum and expect things to work out. When it doesn't work out, of course you will not, there's unrest, and now they look for an outlet. Once you found an outlet, they offload, then they continue. Today, you have the court system and the police system, so they kind of regulate it a bit more than in the past, but it's the same thing. When people don't want to deal with things, they will look for an outlet on the outside. And if people agree that you're an outlet, you're in trouble. Look, that's why I don't attack pagans on my channel. I'm not okay, devil worshippers, man, my God, I'm very rough about them. But pagans in general, I don't attack them. You know why? I don't agree with paganism. I don't condone being involved with it. I don't support it. They should stop. Just know, if you don't have knowledge of your Heavenly Father, if you don't have people looking after you, you're all by yourself, and you have a public against you, You need to do whatever you have to do. Some people join paganism out of survival. If that's the case, I tell you, okay, it was out of survival, join the Heavenly Father now. Okay? So I don't put on paganism, I'm just being practical. So should you. Be at peace.